Everyone to sign in and send us their cell phones. I'd also like to remind our visitors that in order to facilitate an effective meeting, we ask those who wish to make comments to the board read the visitor guidelines, which are found on the table right outside the door, and complete the attached public participation form. It goes over to Sarah, who's here in place of Jody. Public participation is only allowed during the public participation portions of the meeting. Other than those times, board meetings are not interactive with those in attendance. Okay, roll call.
Bannister, Jordan,
Here.
Lamb,
Here.
McComb,
Here.
Rock,
Here.
Severns, McMurray.
Here. All right, let's move the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, you've had the chance to look over the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Thank you. Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, this is the voice vote. All those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye. All those opposed? Okay, that is approved. Any public participation forms? Okay. Nothing, right, Sarah? You didn't get anything. Nobody's sneaking in behind you. Okay, so we are here for our insurance. So come on up and fill us in on what's going on and why we even have to do a special meeting.
Well, first of all, yes, thank you for being here. I know this is the middle of the day, not totally the most convenient thing, but we are on a time limit, being that this insurance is to start July 1st. We received non-renewals from EMC. They are trying to pull out of the Illinois market, but also the fact that they thought there was a lot of potential loss while walking through our schools. They actually came through twice and looked at everything. So, you know,
And that was mainly because of buildings.
probably age of buildings and just to check it out because of possible, you know, probably our loss runs so far, you know, over the last few years since we've been with them. So probably checking out what the additional losses would be. And that is a normal thing for insurance companies to do sometimes. So once they did the non-renewal, thank you to Bushu, they went out and tried to get it together so that we would actually have insurance, which we obviously need. It's liability and property insurance, so you never know when it'll be needed. So it's very important to have. So what they had, it is a larger increase probably that we would like, but it would be around 29% increase from what we had previously. But obviously we're kind of put in a place where we don't really have a choice, but this was what they do is there's a group of people that will bid and they pick and choose of what's the best deal for us and the lowest possible deal for us. And it is both options, the lowest and the second lowest are the same companies. The only difference is the difference between a $5 million and a $10 million difference on sexual molestation or anything that has to do with sexual misconduct. The difference is $2,700. And because of that, I mean, we just 2,747 thought that it'd be better to be covered a little bit more for that amount. It's a very minimal amount to be covered an extra $5 million. So that is our recommendation is to, and you can see Bushu's letter as well, kind of explaining everything. But we are recommending to go with the second lowest bid, which is the increase of $2,747.
So even the lowest bid would have been a substantial increase.
Yes.
Year over year, right?
Yes. Yeah. The only difference is the $2,747.
The lowest bid includes that additional $5 million of coverage.
No, the second lowest bid does. So that's why I'm recommending the second lowest. So.
An additional 5 for a total of 10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which is the second lowest bid, which is what you're proposing.
Yes.
Or recommending.
Right.
Yes.
So it's an extra $2,700 for premium to obtain $5 million in extra
Yes.
coverage, right? That's
Which obviously, you know, it,
pretty good.
God forbid anything happened, but you know,
Right.
if it did, we would have a lot more coverage for just that $2,700.
Pharmacy wise.
I noticed as well, we had some additional payroll expenses that went up, which also is part of the increase.
Yes,
And so-
that is just basically due to the additions to staff that we've had, plus the raises. You know, we currently have 4.5% raises as well. So
And then covered some additional equipment and stuff.
Yes.
Got some additional coverage. for this.
again, you know, because well, first of all, the values sometimes are more than what they have been in the past, but then also just the additional equipment. Because when these come in, they ask for all the equipment that you have, and then obviously I go to IT or whoever they're asking about to see and make sure that we're fully covered.
Kind of brings up a good point, workman's comp, for those who are out in the business setting every day, it's always based on your payroll. And we've added salary increases every year, we do that. And we've added more employees, so that part of the coverage will go up.
Yes.
That's not unreasonable or unexpected.
It's a large increase year over year,
Mhm.
but just comparing to my personal household, like we're seeing those increases every year as well. So it's unfortunate, but it's not,
Yes.
I don't think, uncommon.
I just got a couple of comments. First of all, EMC is leaving Illinois for reasons doing well in Illinois. Did they underbid their Illinois business? They're leaving Illinois. I think it's interesting they blame the age of our buildings. Our buildings are getting some age on them. They're generally, except for the junior high, in pretty good condition. I think that's more of an excuse because they're just underbid their Illinois business and need to get out. I think another part of it, it's interesting they blame our loss history. They have for years encouraged us to settle what many of us would consider to be nuisance kind of claims. And basically for low amounts, pay their attorney's fees and we end it. But that still then counts as against our loss history, and they're the ones that kind of always advise that and pretty much insisted that we do that. So that's interesting that they bring that up. I would like to thank Heather for all the work on this. I'd like to thank Bushu. I think this shows the value of our relationship with Bushu because we were having trouble finding people to come to the table, and Bushu was able, because of their broad range of contacts and the amount of business that Bushu helps broker, able to get some folks interested in insuring us, which is really good. The last comment I'll make is I'm generally supportive of this. I think it's a great proposal. I will be recusing myself on the official vote. I wanted to be here so we had a quorum. But some of you know I am, the workman's comp piece is covered by Whitsick, the Workman's Comp Insurance of Illinois Trust, and I'm on their board of directors. So I'm not going to vote on this, but they're a great company. I obviously support them, and I support the package, but I won't on the official vote.
Thanks, Max. Questions, comments? Thank you. Dr. Lee's not able to be with us in person today, but he has reviewed all of this, and he recommends that we approve the insurance renewal as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, let's do a roll call, Sarah, please.
Jordan,
Yes.
Lamb,
Yes.
McComb,
Abstain.
Rock,
Yes.
Severance, McMurray.
Yes. Okay, that is approved. We have insurance. Any further, there's no further discussion for the board. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
Very good. This is a voice vote, so all those in favor of adjourning say aye. All those opposed? Okay, board meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, make sure. I think it's interesting, we have the shades of purple over there. And we've got YouTube kind of in the,